Top stories for today consist of games like Fortnite being proven to increase aggressive behavior and cause lack of empathy in players. We also have Sony taking a massive dive because of Fortnite's lack of crossplay, as well as Smash Ultimate being potentially the last Smash Brothers we're going to get. All in today's episode of News You Missed, the video game news show that recaps the video game news that might affect the video game industry and possibly you as well, ladies and gentlemen. So before we jump into the video, I just want to announce this month's winners for the Nintendo Switch and patron contributors. And I announced this stuff on the YouTube community tab, Twitter, as well as the Patreon community tab. If you'd like to know the rest of the winners besides seeing it up on the screen, you can go ahead and go to those sources and check into it. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the news, and we're going to begin with the fact that original Donkey Kong, a never released Nintendo arcade game, is coming to the Switch. Please note that this isn't Donkey Kong. This is the original arcade version. This is the one that Shigeru Miyamoto first designed, and it's getting a console release for the first time ever. This is pretty interesting and pretty unique, I gotta tell you. It's pretty nuts to see very, very old ROM files being published that we've never seen before. This is in the wake of Pokemon Gold's 1997 demo being leaked, but I gotta tell you, this is a little bit more official than some very unique 1997 unfinished Pokemon Gold beta demo. This is pretty cool nonetheless, I gotta tell you, and I'm pretty excited to add this to my collection. So if your Switch library is feeling a little lacking, maybe this is one of the games you can fill it up with. And if you guys didn't know, there's a new Super Smash Brothers. If you missed it from the E3 recap, I recapped E3, so if you'd like to check into those videos, feel free. But once more, this is going to be the last one. Now, this is probably, I don't know, several times this guy has said this, or this has been alluded to by multiple people. I mean, I don't know whether to believe this or not. As these individuals get older, you gotta understand that maybe they want to pursue different things. Maybe they will retire. Death is always there. I mean, there have been high-tier developers who have died. You know, Iwata, Gunpei Yokai, the creator of the Game Boy and Metroid series, he died. And again, you know, don't take life for granted, but is this guy really gonna quit Smash Brothers? I don't know. That's kind of killing the golden goose, isn't it? Nevertheless, that's what's been stated, so take it with a grain of salt. If you have a lot of people saying this is going to be the last Smash Brothers, it's been said before. So, Call of Duty fans are in an uproar over Black Ops 4's Season Pass. Yeah, Black Ops 4 has a Season Pass. You don't have a campaign anymore, but it's got Battle Royale and a Season Pass. And shocker, do you know how much Season Pass is? $50. Jesus Christ, man, $110 to get the full Black Ops experience. You can buy the map packs for $14.99 each if you want, but that's just going to ultimately cost you more. So, a lot of people are pretty pissed off about this. It doesn't shock me, but at least when you originally bought Black Ops, you got a campaign with it, you know, an older Call of Duty, so you got to play through the campaign, and you didn't have to buy DLC for that. Now you don't even get that. So, there you go. Battlefield 5's historical accuracy. And hey, by the way, Reddit's mods they're done. They're done with people complaining about the historical accuracy. Quote, "We're done. It's over. New rule. No more bitching about historical accuracy. It's a game, not a history book. Violations will have consequences." Wow, man. I cannot believe mods over at Reddit are getting triggered. I can't believe that. Where's the sarcasm meter, Proto? Is it on max? Absolutely. God, man. I'm sorry, Reddit community. I'm really, really sorry. But your mod, that's dumb. That's... Goodbye, freedom. Goodbye, freedom. You like to discuss things on the internet? You're gonna have consequences now, Sonny boy, child. They're basically saying that the issue is that there's a million threads being discussed about this stuff. Again, why are you even bothering? Why are you even messing with it? Why not just let the trolls be? Honestly, who is getting upset over this? Just leave your comments in the section below. I have nothing else to say. It ended up coming out that it's proven violent video games like Fortnite increase aggressive behavior and lack of empathy in players. That is what the Today Show had to say over at #9 on Twitter. This is from the official Today Show with the good old check mark. So this is real, man. They had a woman on who said that there were multiple studies that have come out to prove that violent video games like Fortnite do this, that it increases violent thoughts. That's exactly what she said. And that you should be very, very cautious and guard your children against these thoughts and these ideas, which is amazingly ignorant and stupid. Once again, this woman doesn't have any citations to back up what she says, whereas I actually have a citation to back up what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is that violent video games have very little correlation to actual violence. In surveys and studies done by the FBI, it's been concluded that active psychopaths and school shooters did not play as many violent video games or video games in general as their counterparts did. So basically, a non-school shooter played more video games and violent video games than an actual school shooter. With my surveys, my study, and my peer-reviewed research, scientists have concluded that news networks are basically doing this to sensationalize the news. And on top of that, they also concluded that better titles would be to not assert with confidence that video games do something. At best, there is a very, very vague result. Sometimes it can increase aggressiveness, and sometimes it has no bearing whatsoever. So within their multiple studies, they have concluded that it's very inconclusive, it's very murky, and there's nothing definitive. Because one person can be one way, and one person can be another way. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta tell you, it's pretty ridiculous to see this coming out of the Today Show. But once again, I will leave my citations in the description below, unlike the Today Show. So Sony shares are also plummeting after crossplay. Are you shocked? Quote, "We're always open to hearing what the PlayStation community is interested in to enhance their gaming experience. With more than 80 million monthly active users on the PlayStation Network, we have built a huge community of gamers who can play together on Fortnite and all online titles." The most ridiculous part of this story is basically at this point in time, Sony has no plans, or at least no announced plans, to detail and discuss and talk about how they're going to crossplay with Nintendo or Xbox. Once again, Sony really doesn't crossplay with almost anything unless it's over on the PC, Mac, or iOS and Android devices. You might say that's a lot of crossplaying, but we're talking about the big three AAA developer for consoles here. You know, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. And Sony refuses to crossplay over with Nintendo. So if you had a Fortnite over with PlayStation, like a Fortnite account, or you had a Fortnite account with Xbox, there have been reports of people saying that they haven't been able to sign into their Nintendo Switches to play Fortnite on the Switch because they have an account on the PlayStation. And unfortunately, there's no crossplay there, so there's no way for them to sign into those accounts. It may have been fixed by now, but that's what's ended up coming out. And I gotta tell you, these stories don't exactly deny that claim, since Sony doesn't really have anything else to announce further beyond this point. They say they don't have anything to talk about. Fortnite's only going to be able to crossplay with PC, Mac, iOS, and Android on the Sony side. So there you go. In all fairness, I guess it would be best to get it on Xbox or the Nintendo Switch. At the end of the day, it's your choice, but once again, Sony seems like a walled garden that they just don't want to play well with others. So that's their choice. Vote with your wallet. Anyways, that's this episode of the news you missed, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to leave me a big thumbs up. If you didn't, leave me a thumbs down. Tell me what I can do better. And I'm on the road to 1 million subscribers. It would greatly appreciate it if you could get me that gold play button. It's absolutely free because you just have to click the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I've been your host, Protomar, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming. God bless. And thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. Now take it away, N Card Slate. Show them something they might want to watch.